Well, I'd like to talk about the 501st and some of the stuff you do with that.
Okay.
Could you just give like a brief description of what the group is and some of the things you do?
Yeah. The 501st, also known as Vader's Fist, is a worldwide Star Wars charity group. Basically, we dress up as the dark side, if you will, the bad guys of Star Wars for charity and or publicity events. Some of the big names that we work a lot with are like Make-A-Wish, Toys for Tots. Utah, we've been doing a lot of stuff with Wounded Warrior Project as well. But that's really it. We're there to dress up in movie accurate costumes to help others.
Okay, what kind of events do you do?
Generally, they're charity focused, or they are, as I said, publicity events that are Star Wars focused. And to kind of distinguish between the two, a few years back, we actually for Make-A-Wish went up to the Clark Planetarium, and we all dressed and basically were just there for pictures and different things to help draw the crowds to there so that they could also donate towards Make-A-Wish. So that would be more of an example of a charity type thing. But we do, as I said, publicity event stuff as well. We've been on stage with Weird Al a couple of times at the Salt Lake, the Utah County Fair. No, Utah State Fair, excuse me. Had a couple of opportunities where Lucasfilms actually had the 501st come and be on TV. For example, there was a Deal or No Deal a few years back where instead of all the girls holding the boxes, it was actually stormtroopers holding the boxes, or something like that. I don't remember the logistics on it. But yeah, so mostly charity focused, but do a lot of publicity events as well.
Okay, you mentioned dressing up a bit. Are there specific costumes you dress up in?
Again, it's bad guys doing good things, and so they all have to be kind of a bad guy focused costume. I personally have a Royal Guard costume. It's mostly done. I need to finish some of the inner linings and stuff in order to be approved, if you will. To be approved, it has to be movie accurate, and mine's not quite there yet. But we have people dress up as Darth Vader, Tusken Raiders, stormtroopers, scout troopers, kind of anything under the bad guy sun.
Okay. And you guys make your own costumes for this, right?
Primarily, yes. There are people that do make them and sell them in a kit, and you can purchase those and put them together yourself. But it's still, in most cases, done by the person who is going to be wearing it. Purchase the kit, put it together, a lot of hours that go into those. And within that, costumes oftentimes reach a couple thousand to about $5,000 in price.
Oh, wow. How long, on average, would you say does it take to assemble your costume and stuff?
It really depends on what you're working on and how dedicated you are to it. If you're putting together a costume that's mostly soft parts, meaning there's not much armor to it, it's all just cloth, something like an Imperial officer or an Imperial crewman. It definitely, assuming you have the sewing skills, would go much faster than if you're putting together something more complex, say like Boba Fett or Darth Vader. As I've worked on the things, it generally takes me about a year because I only get to work on a little bit here, a little bit there. We've had members of the Alpine Garrison, which is Utah's chapter, I guess you could say, of the 501st, who've worked on costumes for over 3 years because there's such complex costumes, but also it's as they're going through their daily lives and have other things going on, they only get to focus on it little bit by little bit.
Okay, cool.